I can't contain my excitement. The first rains of the season have fallen. Petrichor is in there and I'm ready to start today. I'm thinking of the different things that I'm doing with David that have stood out. I'm sure I'm gonna forget some of them, but these are some of the most important things that I feel that I'm doing with him to help him socialize, especially during this COVID time where most people, well, everyone is wearing masks and he isn't in school. He's always with us. He just basically knows his parents, grandparents, his brother, and two of his brother's friends. So I think some of the most important things that I do is when I speak to him, I like to maintain eye contact. When I use his name, I like maintaining eye contact and using touch. And touch is such an important thing. I read that children, especially under the age of 2, definitely get formed cognitively and emotionally through touch. So definitely, number one of the most important things is touch. And I do that throughout the day when we sleep, because he's still co-sleeping. I hold him when he sleeps. I do baby massages. I kiss him throughout the day. I like to do that to acknowledge his feelings when he, like now, he's screaming, but his daddy's there. I like to acknowledge him through touching and through maintaining eye contact. And I can see that it's definitely helped him also learn his name quicker. Because when I say David, I touch him, I look at him, and it helps for him, I think, to integrate socially. And I think that's something we really need to be conscious of during this COVID time. And that being said, I also use his little plush toys. Now, I know this, people laugh at me, but I like to use the plush toys to act out little scenes. And so when his plush toys are naughty or good or whatever, I act with the plush toys so that he can see what I think appropriate behavior would be in that situation, especially because he's not in school yet. And because he's not really seeing many children, because it's the time we're in. Not many people want to socialize. And so I also love letting him explore eating by himself, which is why it's so messy. And it's okay, because I also read that children like to explore the world through their mouths. So I just let him have a free reign, basically, on how he eats and how he started crawling. And sadly, he's bumped his head a few times. And we try to minimize the risk by packing cushions and obviously monitoring him. But I basically let him have a free reign in trying to maneuver and figure out what movement would be appropriate in this situation and how to do it. And so that is something I've really enjoyed seeing, is how he maneuvers.
Kom haal die balletjie. Jy moet vorentoe kom.
Yes, kyk hierdie kind op die knie. Wow.
So these squidgies are David's go-to meals in between meals. He absolutely adores it. And according to Chris, it tastes much better than the competition. It's much cheaper. And yeah, if it wasn't for this, he wouldn't make it between breakfast and lunch. Speaking about lunch, this is what we do. We pre-make all of the veggies on one day. So different kinds of veggies, gem squash, potato, sweet potato, etc. We pop it in this container, and so it's ready-made blocks, which I find amazing. And you just pop it in the microwave, and when it's done, you add your minced meat, you add your minced chicken, whatever. Just none of this. He literally hates fish fingers. He'll have it just as a standalone, but he does not want you adding any fish to his veggies. I did not think babies were susceptible to advertising, but that's just not true. David saw an ad on cereal and he made us make his cereal like 45 minutes before he was supposed to have it. And David's got this cute new thing that he does, that whenever you talk to him, he looks at you, rolls his eyes, starts laughing and looks away. And it's just so cute to see how his personality is forming and how he expresses himself. For instance, he has this little toy called Lukey Baba. It's a little lion. And sometimes I'll pretend that Lukey Baba is naughty and he does naughty things and David laughs. And as soon as he gets Lukey Baba, it's almost like he reprimands him. He takes him and he's like, da 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 da. And he tells him off and he's like, don't do this. Yes. But then he takes him, gives him a kiss and a hug and smiles in such a paternal way. It's so cute just to see how he decides to deal with a naughty Lukey Baba. It's so cute to see his personality forming day by day, and it's very interesting. Whenever Victor's with us, David becomes more quiet and he just observes, and he can look at Vic for hours and just, he's always got a smile on his face when Victor's around. He loves his brother. But it's very interesting to see how his personality is forming, like the way in which he makes jokes. He'll just do funny things and look at us and laugh. He's super trying to think of the correct word. He knows exactly what he wants. There is no two ways about it. David has a super strong personality. He knows what he wants, and whenever you try to help him do something, he loses it. When he's not able to do it himself, he also loses it. So I just love this period that we're in right now, like seeing him start to crawl, seeing him be super independent. I love it. And this is what Daddy is doing. Today we're gonna catch big fish. And another announcement, well, it's not really an announcement. I'm just super happy this morning because I'm no longer going into a work that does not serve me. I'm not going to make public right now what my plans are for the future with regard to employment, but I'm super excited for the future and very grateful for such a wonderful fiancé and my beautiful children. Aren't you supposed to sleep now, David? Aren't you supposed to sleep? And Vic? No, you don't have to sleep. Oh my word, this house is a mess. What do you think about the mess?
Right.
What? I'm coming. Is it lekker? Ooh, banana is one of David's favorite snacks. That and Mari biscuits. What else does he like? As snacks. He loves pretty much any biscuit. Or actually any snack. He also eats these dried fruits. Wat eet jy, Becky? Wat eet jy? Daddy got him boudoir biscuits. So that's what happens when Mommy leaves Daddy and David alone. Ooh, lekker. Oh, it's bedtime. So I was thinking about what life was like when Victor was 7 months old, and I think the main difference was that we were in Mexico living with Vic's abuela and dad, and she had a helper, so that helps me a lot to structure my day because I wasn't housekeeper, mommy, etc., etc. So I think the main difference is that we had a helper when Vic was 7 months old, and it made me think the last month, what is really important? Well, obviously David is really important, but getting my stuff done as well lends itself to giving him a great life. So the main thing that has come from this entire thing in my mind is just perspective. Having the perspective that, you know what, I can manage my time differently. I can do a lot of chores at night that I would be doing during the day. And so that perspective has really given me so much peace and patience to really just focus on the enjoyable moments with David. And off topic, I just want to say that my heart really goes out to every woman that is dealing with domestic violence. And my heart really goes out to all women that have been negatively affected, even to the point of femicide. I am really praying for God to intervene in this situation and for women to live with dignity and in safety. May God bless all of you. Till next time.